All right, guys, Casual Chris here, back with another casual review. Today, we're reviewing Mario Kart World for the Nintendo Switch 2. This game's been out for like, what, a month? A month. It's been out for like a month or so. And we're here to review it. Now we got a nice chance to soak it in, juice it up, right? All the butterflies are gone, all the bias, early days are gone. Now we just have the game for what it is. We even got an update. I mean, we're here to talk about it. So first things first, right? First things first, let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room, right? Guys, it's a kart racer. So we can just, let's just move on past that, right? We don't gotta worry about the deep lore story of Mario Kart World. Okay, that's not the part of the game. That's not what it's for. Nobody came in here expecting a plot. If they did, well, this should be moving me to tears, and it moves me to tears too. Yeah, I get moved to tears too sometimes in the middle of these races, that's for sure. I mean, the game looks very good, right? The game looks really good. It's surprisingly so, because Mario Kart 8 was legitimately one of the better looking Nintendo games of our time back in the day, like HD Nintendo games of our time. But if we look at, if you've played World for an extensive amount of time and you go back and you look at 8, dude, the game looks kind of bad. It looks so soulless. It's got it has none of the flair, none of the pop, right? Like the colors are all washed out and stuff. It's crazy, because I mean, the game did look good back then, and I mean, I guess maybe it looks good now. Maybe this game is kind of blowing 8 out of the water, and as the Switch, as like a Switch 2 launch title, it is very I think it does a pretty good job at showing us kind of what the capabilities of the Switch 2 are. Like, this game doesn't drop a single frame, right? Like, all the bullshit, all the crazy shit that happens on the game, like, it's an open world, so like the world is loaded, a lot of the world is loaded most of the time, right? Like, at least the chunk of the world that you're going to be in is at least pre-loaded, and there's no frame drops. There's no hiccups here and there. The only time is in the open world when you go to one of the cameras in the open world. Suddenly the game goes to 30 FPS. In camera mode as well, the game goes to 30 FPS. But every game seems to do that. Literally every game seems to do that. I don't know, not even just Nintendo. I'm just talking about in general, every game just does that for some ungodly reason. The open world itself does a good job at showcasing the visuals, especially the night and day cycle. The thing is that you don't really get to witness the night and day cycle online that much, because apparently it seems to just reset. It seems to just put it at daytime, even though I feel like that's a part of the game. When you're playing in single player in the normal races, it does go to nighttime, but when you're online, it doesn't seem to do that. Maybe that's something they'll probably fix. That seems like a thing that they'll just fix in the future. The simple day and night cycle, it could change the feel of a track, and I think that shit's cool. Characters got redesigned. Some people might laugh at that, but the designs are different. And they're new, and they're pretty good. I really like how they sort of went back to, I don't know the artist, but the Super Mario World art style, where Mario's got the chubby cheeks, right? He's a bit more bouncy, he's a bit more rounded in his design, instead of the sort of, I guess, the corporate, I'm doing quotation marks here, the corporate look that he had throughout the Wii U era, and maybe even a part of the Switch era, really. But for a while, they had Mario look a certain way, but now they stopped that. Peach, they were like, yep, Peach, you're gonna look like an Instagram model now, right? You're gonna have your luck lips and her round face and stuff. Daisy looks the best she's ever been. All of the enemies and stuff look really good, and they all animate well, and not just the characters, the carts are animating as well, and they're all doing the tricks and stuff, and they all have multiple different tricks. Some costumes have different tricks. There's a lot of detail in this game. For a game with the world of this size, the amount of detail is pretty impressive. Maybe there were some things forgotten because of so much detail, but I still commend them all the less. I love when games have a absurd amount of detail for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably soundtrack of the year until Donkey Kong comes out, and then Donkey Kong's going to be soundtrack of the year, or maybe not. Who knows? I don't know why they went so hard on it. And before we even talk about the big boy stuff in the music, the main theme is really good. When the theme that plays when you turn it on for the first time, and like Mario's like Mario Kart World, and it goes like with the harmonica, and like it just it has that roady feel, like that road trippy feel. And for the game being, you know, the open world and you're driving all the tracks and stuff, I think it's perfect. I think they nailed it. I think it's awesome. A lot of like the new tracks as well have great soundtracks as well. Because like, I mean, obviously there's returning tracks with remixes, and then there's the all of the remixes from all over the goddamn place. We'll get into that. Just like I'm talking like specifically the new tracks like Peach Stadium and stuff, like Whistle Top Summit is really good. They went hard with the soundtrack, and it's not just, and they didn't stick to one theme. They didn't stick to like jazz. In Mario Kart 8, which I thought was already, you know, some of the best music in Mario history, in Nintendo history, and now here we are, and it's even better. They came back and they just said, yeah, you know, dude, like, why does this game makes 8 look dog shit, but like 8 has one big thing over it, and we'll talk about that when we get to gameplay. But the amount of tracks, music tracks in this game is mind-boggling. Like, I feel like there shouldn't be, it's like Smash Brothers levels of music, from the quality to the amount, and just like how they're just everywhere. Like you do a little mission and it'll play this song, or you do another mission and it plays a completely different song. You're driving when you're on an intermission, it picks specific songs to play. When you're going from intermission to the course, so when you're making it to the course, like when you're close, when you're on like the second, like you're like right before the intermission, the song transitions into like a build-up of the main course's theme, and then once you hit the course, the full track comes in. Cinema, I mean, you got me. Chat, bro. Nintendo, you know, Mario Kart devs, yeah, y'all got me with that shit, bro. That shit's fire. I don't know. And the remixes in this game aren't just Mario Kart. It's literally every Mario property ever. And we're not even just talking about games with Mario on the title. There's Yoshi's Island, there's Wario Land, WarioWare, Luigi's Mansion. There's Donkey Kong Country. There's a Flip Note remix. There's a Flip Note remix. Right? I think Mario Paint's in there. There's songs that are like songs that I never thought I would hear again, or like remixed in any way possible. Like the Mario 64 file select theme, the Mario 64 Bowser theme, and they go crazy on some of these tracks are insane, which is sad because there's no jukebox. There's no way to like listen to them besides like youtube.com, and maybe that's what Nintendo wants, or maybe they want you, oh, you know what it is, dude, they're gonna put it on that fucking app, the Nintendo Music app. That's what oh my god, that's what they're doing. They're gonna put it on the app, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you want to listen to the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack? Well, that's great, dude. Come download our Nintendo Switch Music app, and you need the Nintendo Switch Online to use that app as well. These rat bastards, they're really gonna do that? YouTube still exists, so we can all just listen to it for free, but you know, not having an option in-game to just pick a song when you're driving around is really, it's stupid. It's dumb. Not enough to lower the score, of course. Fill it out. Boom. Guys, it's the perfect game. What am I talking about? I'm kidding. Almost, right? Almost. So, here's the big boy. Just to dive right in, the core racing is still Mario Kart, right? It's still Mario Kart at the end of the day. There's items everywhere. You know, you can go from first to last like this, like that, you know? Also come from last to first, like that. I mean, it's Mario Kart, and it's still fun, and it's still incredible because the courses are great and like the tracks are fun, but the game does feel different, like just the feel of it, right? Like just actually driving, just normally, even without all the new bullshit, just driving just feels different. Especially if you played Mario Kart 8, or I guess, I don't know, what was before 8, 7, or like Tour, like they don't feel like this. And I would like to test how 8th, like to go back to 8 and be like, yeah, this isn't it, to actually genuinely to feel the difference myself. But like if we've been playing, I've been playing 8 for a while, and everybody else has been playing 8 for a while, I'm sure like everybody knows how 8 feels. This game just feels different. Like the game feel is different. Another contributing factor, obviously, is how free you are in this game to do shit. If we're comparing it to 8 again, 8, you're kind of locked on where 8 wants you to be, right? Like 8 is going to tell you, okay, here's the track, you race this track. And I mean, that's what you got to do, right? Maybe there's like, but there's not many routes or options during the race. You're kind of just racing in 8, right? You're kind of just doing one thing. In this game, they said, guys, the casuals, they're done. Even though this is still going to be a super casual game. It's fucking Mario Kart, guys. It's Mario Kart. But the devs said, okay, what if we made a skill gap here? What if there's actually a gap between people who be good players and like not so good players? And they added 3 things: multi-tricks, wall rides, and grail grinding. These 3 things not only fundamentally completely changed Mario Kart forever, well, I guess, and the jump too, the charge jump. Not only did those 4 things change Mario Kart forever, I mean, it makes this game, I think, probably the best playing Mario Kart game we had. The fact that you can be like, oh, the amount of times that I've been, I mean, you can even, I mean, in my streams, in like, you know, some offline or whatever, there's times where I'm playing and I'm like, oh, I could, what if I jump off of this and then flip onto that, and oh, I can hit a rail there. And then sometimes the game is like, yo, yeah, you should be doing that because there's a rail up here that you can't see normally, right? You can't just see that driving on this course, but you can go up there because we put it up there. You can, and they want you to go up there. Like, yeah, do that. Go do that. It's very rewarding when the game gives you all these options and you're rewarded for using the options. Sometimes it's not very optimal to be using the grind rails and stuff. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to be grind railing here. Like if you're going up an incline, if you're going up if that big bridge ass section, if you're going that shit up, do not hop on that. But if you're going straight, you're like, make sure you hop on a rail, do some tricks, you know, hop on a wall to get up onto more rails. Like, it's so awesome, dude. This game is super fucking fun, and that's really what it comes down to, is the core fun of the game. Knockout Tour, this might be the best thing they've ever added. This might be the best thing they added. I mean, we knew when we saw it that it would be fun, and like people were playing it at events and they said it was gonna be fun, but it's like crack. Like you get knocked out and you're like, damn, I gotta hop back. You're like, nah, I gotta hop back in. Like we gotta do it again. Like we gotta go back. Like it's such a brilliant way to utilize the world, right? Where it's like, okay, you're gonna start from this side of the map and you're gonna end over here, but we're gonna constantly eliminate players until we get there. And then like now it's like 4 of you guys on the track racing for the, you know, the goal, racing for first place at the end of the day. And that shit is so exhilarating. It's so fucking fun, dude. Now I guess now we get into the negatives, right? Guys, the negative. Unlocking shit in this game is really bad. It's really bad. Like getting the stickers is fine. The stickers don't do anything. That's an entirely separate issue. The stickers quite literally don't do anything. You can put them on your car and people can see them. Like it's like, you know, next to your icon, and that's cool. I mean, it's a cool thing, but as a main reward, most of the time, people aren't gonna be happy with that, and they're not. But really what I'm talking about are like the enemies that you unlock, like the core like NPC characters that you race. Unlocking that through Kamek might be the dumbest thing in a Nintendo game. This actually might have some of the worst unlocks in a Nintendo game ever. Like ever. What they should have done is, yeah, I mean, they made this open world and they put all these challenges in them. They should have at least it should have been like Smash Brothers. In Smash Brothers, you have 2 or 3 ways to unlock characters. You can either just do matches, you can go do a specific requirement, or you can do, I think it was like, or you can do like a certain amount of like classic modes or something, and like characters will show up. In this game, it's just Kamek, and it's only Kamek. If it was like, oh, you can get them through Kamek, or if you collect all the panels in this one area, you get the character, or if you do a couple challenges in this area, or if you do a certain number of challenges, you get maybe you get a random unlock. So eventually, if you keep doing the challenges, you get all of the characters. Speaking of characters, I think the costumes are awesome. They're awesome. They're great. They should just be on the characters, by the way. They shouldn't be their own slots. I don't know what the hell that shit is. They should just be on the character, and I just pick Daisy, and then I can pick her costumes. Like, oh, wow, so simple. We had that in 8. We had that in 8. What happened? Anyway, I think the food bag is kind of a waste of time, because especially once you get all the costumes, it doesn't really serve a purpose anymore. It's a boost. You can use it as a boost, but then like it's just a mushroom. I mean, it's cool to change costumes and stuff. Like I think that's fun. They probably could have just removed that and then gone back to my other idea. As you're doing stuff in the overworld, you're unlocking, you know, costumes and characters and stuff like that. I think they could have handled that way better. Let's talk about free roam a little bit. I think it's cool. I didn't have much expectations going into free roam, going into the game, because they didn't tell me there's going to be anything in free roam. So I was like, okay, there's going to be nothing in free roam. Right, besides like the little challenges and stuff to find. They said there was that, but they didn't say that, oh, there was going to be some story mode and blah blah blah. Like there was none of that. So my expectations were pretty set in stone. And I do like popping it on for like 10-20 minutes and just driving around and doing a challenge or collecting a coin or finding a panel or something. And it's a good way to practice the courses. It serves as a hub world more than anything. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's just kind of like a hub world for like the game. I think that's cool. Like you go online, it's the free roam area and stuff. I think that's really good. But my expectations were completely different than everybody else. People were expecting like some, I don't know, like what, Forza Horizon or something. Like I don't like I'm not sure what they were expecting for the free roam, but for me it serves its purpose perfectly fine, and I like it for what it is, and it's cool. I just, for me, like the collectibles, they could have tied those to unlocking characters and costumes instead of all the other random bullshit that we had to do, but that's besides the point. I have driving from track to track. This is another point I have on here. Driving from track to track. I mean, I love it. I love doing that. Going from one course to another. I wrote these notes a little outdated because Nintendo decided to patch the game, and like you're no longer able. So okay, I'll have to back it up and explain. When the game launched, people found out I'm not really jiving with the transition. That's cool. They found out that you can race on any course you want, or not really any course, it's random. You can get a 3-lap race if you select random, and whatever course it picks in random, it'll be 3 laps, right? You don't have to drive to it or whatever. In an update recently, they changed that. You can still get 3-lap races in random, but it's not guaranteed anymore. Back then it was 100% guaranteed. Now it's like it's I guess I don't know if it's 50-50 or if it's like skewed in some way, but now they do pick the intermissions as well. But I like the intermissions because it's something these kart racers, they've never done that before. I think utilizing the world and changing the core race around that was that's a cool innovation. I think who knows if Mario Kart is going to stay like this forever? Right? Like who knows if the open world is going to be a thing in Mario Kart forever. Like maybe the next Mario Kart game on Switch 3 isn't going to have an open world and we go back to the normal racing or whatever. But I think for this game, I think it's cool. I think what they can do to sort of fix people's problems with the 3 laps versus transitions is you kind of just have maybe have a rotation, or you just straight up have them pick like you put courses on the map and be like, hey, would you like 3 laps, or would you like to do the intermission? Like just have it be like a but you press A for this, you press X for this, right? Like just have it be like a but, or like you hold down a trigger and press A, and then it's the 3 courses, or it's the 3 laps. Or if you just press A normally, it's the intermission. Taking options away from players is bad in every shape, way, and form. Even if I like the intermissions more, it doesn't mean I want everybody to just not have fun with the game the way they like it, because I have fun playing that way. They should look into that. I think they probably are looking into some. Like I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year, there's some way you can just pick courses online and everybody will be happy and stop complaining. All in all, with the gameplay, just because there's so much, I don't know what to call it, horse shit. You can't pick. It's like, right, like, the 3-lap thing, like they took away options that you can't queue up with friends for Knockout Tour online. Unlocking characters and costumes is kind of bad and sucks. It's like the open world then becomes, because they didn't tie that to the open world, that becomes a little weird and not soulless, but like empty-ish. Even though there's plenty of shit, there's plenty of stuff in there. It's just, it gets repetitive for people after a while. But there's just so many minuscule things that just add up to the game not having the perfect score on the gameplay for me. And like really, even if I was having a bad day, I could probably be like, 3.5. But I think they nailed the core game. Like everything that they needed to nail about the game is nailed. It's just all this extra shit that would have made the game go even above and beyond isn't here. All of that just isn't here, and maybe it will be. Maybe it's coming in DLC. Who knows? As of right now, it's not, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, chatters. I mean, this is our review of Mario Kart World. Overall, I love the game. Obviously, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I'm excited to see what they do for the future. We're all sort of expecting Donkey Kong stuff, because Donkey Kong and Pauline are specifically and suspiciously missing costumes. Like, there's no way they gave Donkey Kong one costume. Like, there's no way they went into development like, yeah, dude, we're only gonna give Donkey Kong one costume. Like, they didn't know. And Pauline, the brand new hotness, she was playable from the start instead of Daisy. I had to go unlock Daisy. She was playable from the start, and she has one costume. There's gonna be some kind of free update or paid DLC. I mean, it's Nintendo. They're gonna nickel and dime your ass. Some kind of thing where there's gonna be more costumes, more stuff. But yeah, anyway, at the end of the day, this game's fire, and we're gonna keep playing it like right now. So yeah, I mean, thank y'all for watching. If you're watching this YouTube video, like, comment, subscribe, dude. Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that like button for me. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like, please. Dude, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about Mario Kart World. Let me know if you're playing Mario Kart World. Let me know if the update killed the entire game for you. You know. And I'll check y'all in the next one. Bye bye.